How are we doing this? Martin from Gardens for Life. So in this video we're going to show you how we planted our pumpkin patch and how we harvested them. Alright, that's them all planted. How many was that? Probably about 5 crates by 8 is about 40 pumpkin plants. I'd say I have another 100 to go. I somehow think we're going to run out of space, but thank God the pumpkins can use all this space here around them as a kind of a place to run to. And of course the black plastic will kind of keep the heat in the ground too, which will help them. But eventually we're going to take the plastic away and just put down compost once the grass is dead. That plastic has only been there for about a month now. Yeah, all of this will be the big pumpkin patch, and we're also going to throw in a few tubers as well. The best way you can support our channel and our website is by just giving us a thumbs up, especially on YouTube. That would help us out a lot. Thanks a million, we'd appreciate it. Don't forget the pre-sale for the winter selection is already up on our website. Feel free to take a look at it. We have loads of different tubers and cuttings for sale there. They're doing okay. They've definitely been trailing, and sometimes you have to kind of correct them, their path a little bit like that, just to space them, give them a bit less competition between each other. But check out how far it has come. It's the best way to grow pumpkins. Oh my Lord God, take a look at that. It's a fairly big one, and there's another one behind that. Oh my gosh. And there's more here. They're all developing. Well, it's the end of September now. Let's see how many we're going to be able to harvest. As you can see, the leaves have actually gone a little bit white with mildew, I believe it is. And they're definitely stopping to produce now, so we might as well harvest what's here before the first frost comes, which is surely going to come fairly soon. But there's a lot of pumpkins here. And before you couldn't even see with the canopy of leaves. You can now though. And there's quite a few pumpkins here. So these pumpkins here are all oshiki curry, or red curry from Japan, and that's what they look like when they're ripe. This is the kind of colour they'll take, and if they're not ripe yet, they'll have a yellowish colour, more like that. I've been told that baby pumpkins are delicious, but I've never actually eaten one. I think you can use them kind of like a courgette. I'll just cut these for the secateurs. It makes for a really good handle, the stalk, and we'll put them in the wheelbarrow.
I'll help you to go after.
Okay, yeah, you can put them on the table. And this is where we'll dry them a little bit. Well, they're already dry, it didn't rain today, but we want them to cure a little bit, just to thicken up the skins for storage. I don't know how long they need to be on the table for.
Again.
Good man. I think a week or two will do it. Same as most things that need to be cured.
This.
Our plan was simply to just use this corner of the garden as productively as we can with what little time we had to put into it. We didn't even make paths or anything like that in this part of the garden. We basically just planted 100 pumpkin plants and a load of tubers in between. For example, some ochas, some ullucus and some mashuas, and they did really well. And actually, as it happens, and this was kind of planned, but we weren't sure if it's going to work out. The pumpkins were kind of shading out the tubers until the pumpkins receded now, about a couple of weeks ago. And as you can see here, the tubers are now kind of like a catch crop. They are now taking all of the sunlight. But before that, all these pumpkin leaves were actually above. They were forming a canopy over the tubers everywhere around here. And they were kind of shading them, but I was worried we weren't going to get a good tuber yield. But I think the tubers will be okay for another 4 to 6 weeks, and they'll produce. Now, do you see how far away these pumpkins were planted? They were planted all around here in the big square, but look how far they've actually reached. All the way over to here, and look, the vine, some of the vines even going all the way up to there. I'd say about nearly 7 or 8 meters. Check it out. There's a good few pumpkins even here. How is a vine that thin, look, and one more here, able to produce that size of pumpkins all the way from over there? Jesus, how is it even able to pump that much water down this way and nutrients? But we might find a few more over here in the grass. We'll have a look. It's a bit like looking for Easter eggs. Oh my god, look at that. Awesome. Another one and another one. Any more here? Probably not. Nah, that's it now. There's a tiny little one. Alright, let's check out this one here. It really is exciting. Almost as exciting as putting up tubers in the winter. I think I found another one. Whoa, look at that. That's a big one. That's not quite ripe yet. We might leave that one for now. There's some big ones along here, look at that. There's some more too. Hey Jacob, I think we're going to need a bigger table. I definitely observed that they got bigger on this side here for whatever reason. I think they were just spread out more, they got more sunlight. Over here they might have just been a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of plants going out that way. But we tried to kind of guide the vines out towards, away from the pumpkin patch. But yeah, no, we definitely can't complain. Very happy with the result. Let's keep going. Alright, let's take a look and see what's left here alongside of the greenhouse. There's just a few pumpkins left. Over here, we've basically taken nearly all of them at this point. There was just 1 or 2 that aren't ripe yet, way over here. We'll pick them up too, because the vines are pretty much finishing. We've already picked up a whole load of them alongside of the greenhouse here. They definitely ripened the earliest. There's 2 there. We'll keep going. Here's a load of them. There's 4 and a few more here. It's like an aquarium in here. You can see the pumpkins from the inside of the greenhouse, but not from the outside. Couldn't find a good Felco secretaire, so the old €3 little Aldi job will do the job too. There's one hiding here alongside of the greenhouse. That's a nice one. I've got a little bit of a dilemma now. We trained the pumpkin vines actually up the paths between these beds here with these tuberous plants here. You can see the leaves there, they're kind of finishing, but there's pumpkins all scattered throughout here now, and we don't want to be walking on the tuberous plants because we might cause a little bit too much damage. I don't think it'd be worthwhile. So the solution is very simple. We'll just wait for a light frost. That'll take down the oca and the ullucus, and then we'll collect the pumpkins. I don't think a light frost would do any damage to the pumpkins. So we grew all these pumpkins with very little effort, basically no maintenance at all. We just basically put down some compost, well, about nearly a foot worth of compost, and we planted about 100 of them in one patch and about 20 plants alongside of the greenhouse. As you can see, it worked. You're probably asking yourself, what can you do with all these pumpkins? What are you going to do? Well, you can store them for about 3 months. A lot of pumpkin varieties you can store for even longer. This is Oshiki Kuri now, or red curry squash from Japan, and it's really good. It's got a nutty flavour, it's really dense flesh as well, not so watery, so it actually can be stored for quite some time, a few months anyway. And we're going to be making soups and pies, and of course we have also some of them reserved for the chickens as well, so that they get to enjoy them in the winter as well, when there is no greens around really, other than a bit of kale. The good thing about this variety of pumpkin is actually it grows many small pumpkins per vine. They do get quite substantial, as you can see. I mean, this is probably a couple of kilos at least. But if some of them are only small, or maybe they got shaded out by the rest of the plants around. But in general, it's better to have small to medium sized pumpkins. It's just easier to portion them instead of having to eat pumpkin soup for about a week straight. There's 2 more outside here. See, these ones here, we're going to leave them here to ripen. They might actually still turn orange in the next couple of weeks. We'll see. It's a little experiment. We'll make sure we take them in before it frosts in case they do. For those of you who are neighbours out there watching this, you're going to get a pumpkin, because we're going to give everyone in the neighbourhood here a pumpkin. Just for the crack, and especially for Halloween. Edible Halloween decorations, how about that? Never mind all those jack-o'-lantern or whichever kind of pumpkins there is that don't really taste very good. They're only good for carving. I wouldn't bother growing them. It's a waste of food, to be honest. Thanks a million for watching the video, and please give us a thumbs up if you don't mind. It would help us out a lot. And take a look at our other videos as well on YouTube or on our website. Thanks a million for watching. All the best. Bye bye.